This is Stephen speaking. Good evening, everyone. As we wait on people to get settled, please drop the name of your child's school in the chat. We'd love to see which of our school communities are present tonight. And I'll wait a little bit to see which schools are represented.
This is
All right.
John speaking, and to our attendees, you should be able to chat now.
All right. Yeah, I see a lot of them coming in. Condon, JFK, Haley Pilot, Mattahunt, Manning, Shaw Taylor, Charlestown, Harvard Kent, Warren Prescott, Murphy, O'Brien, Kilmer, BLA ×2, Joyce Kilmer, Conley, Bradley, EUC, William Trotter, homeschool. Wow. Okay, so we have a lot of people here. This is a long list. It would take 30 minutes to read. So welcome back again for our back to school community meeting. We're so excited to be with you today. My name is Stephen Morea, and I'm a community engagement manager in the Office of Family and Community Advancement. On behalf of Boston Public Schools, we are excited to welcome back all of our students in a couple of weeks. In addition to dropping your child's school in the chat, please take a moment to fill out the sign-in sheet that will be linked in the chat as well. Next slide, please. Tonight, we are offering interpretation in the following languages: Spanish, Haitian Creole, Cabo Verdean Creole, Arabic, Vietnamese, Cantonese, Mandarin, Somali, Portuguese, French, and ASL. Please note that everyone needs to join a channel, including English speakers. For example, if you want to listen to the conversation in English, please join the English channel after clicking on the globe icon. If you're using your computer, you can locate the globe icon at the bottom of your screen, then select your preferred language. If you're using a mobile device, look for the 3 dots that say More at the lower far right of your screen. Then you'll select Interpretation, and then your preferred language. I'm going to give you a few seconds to find your respective channel. All right. Now that everyone is on their channels, here is a note for all of our speakers. Please remember to speak slowly for our interpreters. Presenters will also identify themselves when they are speaking for our ASL interpreters. So let's stop the screen share for a couple minutes so we could see our next speakers as well. Tonight's meeting is a webinar. Our main goal is to provide you with information about what to expect for the start of the school year, as well as resources to help you and your children get ready for day one. Before I get into tonight's agenda, I'd like to acknowledge our school committee members and elected officials present on the call. School committee members and counselors, feel free to greet us in the chat. Our agenda will consist of welcome remarks, followed by the back to school presentation, where you will hear from several BPS department leaders. After the presentation, we will open up for questions from the community. Given the large number of attendees, we will have 2 chat boxes, one to post resources and information, and the question and answer chat box for you to type your questions. Questions will be reviewed and responded to throughout the meeting and after this meeting. We will post these questions in several languages on the BPS website. To use the Q&A feature, you can find the button at the bottom of your screen. In addition, please use the raised hand feature for the public comment portion of tonight's meeting. When that time comes, we will call 3 community members at a time in the order in which your hands were raised. Finally, this meeting is being recorded to make available for those who cannot be here today. To ensure that we have a productive meeting, We ask you to participate by being mindful of your use of language and airtime. We hope that you find answers to your questions tonight, but we want to remind you that this meeting may not offer individual support about issues related to a specific school or individual student. However, we are happy to connect you with your school's family liaison or school-based staff. If you have questions specific to your child, we ask that you contact your school directly or call the BPS hotline, which will be linked in the chat as well. We will share that information in our presentation as well. Once again, to all of our speakers, please pace yourselves so our interpreters can translate everything that is shared tonight. Next slide, please. I will now turn the mic over to our first speaker this evening, Dr. Ana Tavares, Deputy Superintendent for the Office of Family and Community Advancement. Welcome, Dr. Tavares.
This is Ana speaking. Thank you, Stephen. Hello, everyone. Buenas noches y bienvenidos, bienvenidas, bienvenidi a cada persona. Good evening and welcome to our Back to School webinar. This is our favorite time of the year. As you already heard, tonight you will hear important updates about the upcoming school year. After the presentation, there will be time for your questions, and we welcome you to also type your questions using the question and answer chat. Just a reminder, please don't add any personal information of your student or yourselves. Instead, let us know the best contact information and we will reach you. We are excited to welcome grades 1 through 12 on Thursday, September 4th. And our littles, our youngest students, for the first day of kindergarten on Monday, September 8th. Families with students in multiple grades will have extra time at home with their kindergartners to get them ready. Please join me to welcome one of our special guests who is ready to greet all of you. Next slide, please. Our first special guests are BPS students who will share what they are looking forward to in this upcoming school year. Nashley Casanova Ogando and JC Delgado are students from the Rafael Hernandez School. They will share their remarks in Spanish, so I'm going to ask our Spanish interpreter to please switch to the English channel so you can translate their remarks to English after each of them finishes. Join me in welcoming Nashley. Bienvenida, Nashley. Te toca a ti primero. Maybe Nashley is muted. Let's check. Nashley, ¿me escuchas? That's okay. Let's see if Yacy is available. Yacy, ¿estás lista?
Sí.
Yacy, por favor, ¿puedes prender tu cámara?
Hola, mi nombre es Jessy Delgado Vargas. Estoy en sexto grado. Este año escolar estoy emocionada porque en mi escuela Rafael Hernández hay muchas oportunidades para las familias, la comunidad y en especial para los estudiantes que podemos aprender en 2 idiomas, en español y en inglés. Gracias.
Muchas gracias, Yacy. I'm just going to ask if Nashley is on still.
Nashley acaba de textearme que no la deja entrar.
Ah, muy bien. Gracias, Yacy.
Okay.
That's okay. Thank you, Yacy. Now I'm going to invite, please, Amor Reed, who is a rising junior at Boston Latin High School, and Kevin Lewis, a rising 11th grader at the John D. O'Brien High School. Take it away, Amor and Kevin.
Hello, This is Amor speaking. Thank you, Yesi. It's so great to hear from emerging leaders. Again, my name is Amor Reed. I'm a rising junior at Boston Latin School. Going into my junior year, I'm most excited and looking forward to clubs and internships since 11th grade is an important year. I want to make sure I involve myself in more extracurricular activities that one build my experience, but also my resume. So those are some things I'm looking forward to for 2025. Now I'll pass it to Kevin.
Hello, this is Kevin speaking. I'm looking forward to this BPsych this school year for the reason of identifying common issues within most or all BPS schools and attempting to fix them. Student advocacy and engagement are crucial to improving our schools. This year, about yonder pouches, which affect all of us. So I want to continue to work to solve different issues that affect BPS students. Now I'll pass it back to Amor to share about the Boston Student Advisory Council and who we are.
Okay. So what is BSAC? We would like to share some information about the Boston Student Advisory Council, also known as BSAC. So BSAC is a youth-led organization within Boston Public Schools that amplifies student voice, supports students with their leadership skills, and is overall a youth-centered space for students to come together for the cause of a better BPS. This summer, we participated in workshops focused on communication, leadership, and even growth mindset. Next slide, please.
The Boston Student Advisory Council honors all students in BPS. We will come from different races, genders, and other backgrounds, but we come together to share our experiences and learn from one another and to build community. We have two spaces, one called Brothers at BSAC and the other called Fem Plus Squad, Inclusion and Community, and what we are all about. If you or your student is interested in learning about the Boston Student Advisory Council or applying, please check our webpage, bostonpublicschools.org at BSAC, or check out our Instagram at BSACBuzz. Our application for the school year will go live on August 25th. Thank you again for this opportunity, and we will turn it back to Dr. Tavares.
This is Anna speaking. Thank you, Amor and Kevin, for sharing your wisdom and aspirations with us. We have amazing students across BPS. Now, please welcome our next special guest, our own Mayor Michelle Wu. Bienvenida, alcaldesa.
Gracias, Jefa. And buenas noches, or maybe buenas tardes, still sort of, to everyone here tonight. Thank you for joining us. And I am so excited for what's coming up with back to school, and then, of course, back to the entire school year after that. I think, as many of you may know, I am a mom to two BPS kids. So we're gearing up for third grade and fifth grade at the Sarah Roberts School in our household. And I felt very old recently when I did the math, when the superintendent and I went to visit all of our school leaders as they were getting ready for students to come in their preparations and August Leadership Institute, when I had to add up and realize that the baby of our family is going to be BPS class of 2043. So I'm in the system for a little while longer as well. Most of all, I wanted to be here to say thank you so much for all that you all do to make our city who we are, and for making each and every one of our neighborhoods, of our communities, full of leadership, love, and the heart of Boston. Our schools really are where everything that we're working on across the city comes together. And we want our young people to experience all of that opportunity right through their school communities, and also to know that the entire city is their classroom. So I'm going to be fighting as hard as I can every single day, not only for each and every one of our schools to have the resources that they need and our students to have the opportunities that make them shine, but for every person in our city, every company in our city, every organization who wants to be a good neighbor and get involved to roll up their sleeves and partner with us in the Boston Public Schools for our young people. So that's been my priority. We are really, really excited at so many of the huge steps that we've seen in terms of creating new opportunities, whether it is early college and career opportunities, summer jobs, summer learning, free museum access, and performances and cultural institutions for our students and their families, free swim lessons, free bike lessons, youth sports. There's a whole lot happening, and we can't wait to see you all, not only with your students back in the classroom, but to see you at our schools and giving us the feedback of what more needs to happen and what are the priorities that should guide our administration and our city as we continue moving forward. So thank you for everything that you do. Thank you to the many of you also who are maybe back to school yourselves as teachers or school staff members, and also sending your little ones back. And thank you to all of our community members for all that you do in each and every neighborhood across our city. Back to you, Dr. Tavares.
Muchísimas gracias, alcaldesa. And welcome also as a parent of BPS. Bienvenida. And now I have the honor of also presenting and welcoming our wonderful superintendent, Mary Skipper.
Thank you, Dr. Tavares, and thank you to Mayor Wu for being with us tonight and welcoming everyone. I know you are so excited for the first day when we get to ride the bus and go to a school, but most importantly, you're excited because you're a mom and you get to have your students be able to go back, your sons, and enjoy it. So thank you for being with us. And to Dr. Tavares, good evening. This is Superintendent Skipper. And I just want to say first a big hello to all of our BPS families who are on this call. I really hope you had a great summer, and I hope that you're enjoying the last couple of weeks of the break. My summer was full. It was celebrating a lot of the summer school programming that BPS was doing, and it was preparing for a new and exciting school year. But I did get to spend some time with my family, especially my 4 grandkids. So it really was a nice summer. We are so excited to welcome back your children, our students, for this next school year. As you think about, as parents do at this time, the earlier bedtimes, the structures, the new backpacks, the busier schedules, my team that's here tonight has really worked hard to walk you through how we are preparing our schools for the return of our students. They'll also share some valuable contact information, resources, and most importantly, we'll engage in a question and answer period in multiple languages, which I personally love because it really speaks to how we're in service to all of you later in the meeting. To our new families, welcome to the BPS family. We're so happy to have you with us. To our returning parents and caregivers, it's great to see you. Thank you for joining us and sharing your individual experiences. You know, one of the nice parts is that your input on these webinars really helps other families to navigate in the district. I personally love this time of year, always have as a teacher from the very start, and now a superintendent. It's just wonderful to see our students, their smile, their excitement for returning, seeing their friends, seeing their teachers, to watch how much they've grown up over the summer, and to hear about what they did during the summer. Sometimes it's travel, it's visiting family, hanging out with friends, or sometimes it's trying something new at one of our summer programs. I also loved that we started with our students' voice. That's how we really should start everything. And so just a big thank you to Yacy and to Nashley, Kevin, and Amor. Thank you so much for just taking the time tonight to share your thoughts, experience, hopes for the coming year. We really love to hear from you. As you know, we'll welcome our students in grades 1 through 12 back on Thursday, September 4th. And then our K0, K1, and K2 students will join us on Monday, September 8th. We just finished an incredible summer program. We served approximately 14,600 students, and they really engaged in so many different fun activities over the summer in our 5th quarter programming, our extended year, our exam school initiative, really getting to go out and seeing everything that students were doing, learning, enjoying each other. It's really what BPS is about. As the mayor mentioned, she and I were part of the All Leader Institute, where our principals are getting excited and geared up for the new school year. And today I had a chance to address 300 new teachers who will be joining us at the New Educator Initiative. I can just tell you, our staff across the district, they're ready, they're energized for this next school year. They're full of positive energy and optimism and hope, most important to meet your students. And I'm confident it's going to be a great school year and that we're going to be ready on day one to welcome each and every one of our students. Before we get started, there's just a couple of things I want to highlight, a few events. For families of our youngest learners, I want to take a moment to personally invite you to really one of my favorite events, and that's our annual citywide Countdown to Kindergarten celebration. This will happen at the Boston Children's Museum on Tuesday, August 26th from 4:30 to 7:30. And there's certainly a lot more details on our website where you can go to bostonpublicschools.org and then go under the early childhood section. But this is just a wonderful place if you're the parent of an early learner to come and to meet other families and to have your students get excited and to learn about all of our resources. It's a whole family fun event. And there's also a backpack giveaway as well as BPS staff who are there to be able to address questions personally. And then for students entering the middle grades and high school grades, we also want to invite you to the exam school policy virtual information session. This is going to happen Thursday, August 21st. So this Thursday from 5:30 to 6:30. And again, it'll be virtual. The team will share all of this information again and other important events. But I really wanted to highlight these two and make you aware because we'd love to see you at either or both of them. As we begin the new school year, I also want all of you to know that we're committed to continually work on strengthening our communication with you because there's actually nothing more important than our ability to serve you and your children. And so there's a few systems that I just want to point out that help us do that. The team that's here tonight will talk you through some of the use of this, but one is Parent Square. This is a communication platform that we started using last year to improve communications with families and caregivers, and we got tremendous feedback on it. And the other is the Zoom app, which provides us with real-time bus information. So when you download these two apps, you're going to have more control over how you receive information from your school and the district. And you'll get all important alerts, updates, announcements, including our weekly family newsletter called BPS Beyond the Bell. So just please keep an eye out for that newsletter, Beyond the Bell. It's in the Parent Square app and it's also in your email. This is where you'll find the latest district news, upcoming events, and what we call our bright spots from around the district. Just really incredibly important information comes on these different apps, and so we want to make sure you know how to register for them. The other thing I want to do is encourage you to get to know the key staff members in your child's school. So this is your child's teacher, paraprofessional, the family liaison, the school nurse, the school secretary, and other staff members who just interact with your child during the day. These are the people in our schools that see your children every day. They get to know them the best. And they're really our trusted allies in the schools who will help you to find your way, stay connected to your child while they're with us during the daytime. So it's important to get to know them, develop that relationship. And remember, you're the expert on your child. So being able to give them as much information as possible is critical. I also want to stress the importance of attendance. Students cannot learn if they're not in school. No matter how the curriculum is, how strong the teaching is, if they're not here to receive it, they miss that opportunity. The team's here to explain tonight the difference between an excused absence and an unexcused absence, and you'll see this during the slide deck. But we really need our families to help in making sure students are in school every day unless they're sick. We're all really looking forward to the new school year. There's so many exciting things that we have in place to support your learners at the high school level, early college pathways with credit for children, for our high school kids, career connections to help them explore what they might be interested in doing for a career, and the implementation of the Mass Core grad requirements, which goes into effect in the spring. And at all grades, we have lots of tutoring and academic supports, student support programming and access to athletics, nutritious and delicious meals, staying healthy during the school year, just lots of tips and information that we'll share with you tonight. So I know we want to get back to the presentation, but again, just thank you so much for being here and really looking forward to meeting you out in the schools. Most importantly, to doing our very best job, most important job, which is serving our students. So thank you again. And Dr. Tavares, I'll hand it back to you.
Thank you so much, Superintendent, and thank you so much for all those wonderful highlights. This is Anna speaking. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the team behind the scenes. And it takes a village, definitely, to raise up all of the work that we do in BPS. I want to ask Dr. DePina, the Deputy Superintendent of Operations, to please show and wave on camera so that folks can see you. Thank you, Dr. DePina, for everything that you do for our students to ensure that they're ready for school. We really appreciate you.
De nada. Obrigado.
Obrigada. We would not be able to open schools and be ready without the teams of operations and facilities. So thank you. Thank you, Dr. DePina. Now we want to share some important tips for starting the year. Your contact information is critical, and I already responded to a question in the Q&A, so please keep the questions coming around updating information on Aspen. Please verify that your student and family information in Aspen is updated. If you're not sure, check with your school secretary. Ensure your child's medical records are also up to date. And update your address and contact information. I know I already said that, but cannot be said enough. And I'm going to share facts. Some students will say to their teacher that their parent's name is Mom and use a nickname instead of their name. Not on Aspen. True story. As a former elementary school principal, that one came to my office often. Get ready. Ensure your student is well rested on day one. They're super excited. So please, the reason we have this back to school webinar a little bit early is so that you can start adjusting that bedtime little by little. If you need any assistance for a strong day one, contact your school or please call the BPS helpline. I'm going to repeat the number twice. The BPS helpline, 617-635-8873. BPS helpline, 617-635-8873. Please make sure you attend and join your school's parent or family council. That's a big one. In order to vote for the school site council members, why is that important? You might ask. Because the school site council, also known as your SSC, is the deciding committee for policies at your school. They have a big job, and you should know who's helping. Please join the parent council so your voice can be heard. Most of our schools have family liaisons. You heard that earlier, family liaisons. Make sure to meet them at your school. Ask the first school staff member that you see what the name of your family liaison is, and write it down. Next slide, please. We're going to stay connected. We want to make sure all families are informed of the amazing opportunities and resources that you heard firsthand from our superintendent. We have so much for you. Please stay connected by downloading the Parent Square app to stay informed. Another great resource to stay connected is the Zoom app, not to be confused by ZOOM. This is Zoom, ZUM. You can download and receive updates and important information about transportation services. We also want you to know we have a handy-dandy device called Translate Live in the main office of every school in BPS. This device allows you to communicate with the front office staff in your preferred language, and that's huge. Next slide, please. Keeping up to date with all the important dates for the school year is essential. Make sure you also download the school year calendar document on your screen. Please download it. It's right there for you. Next slide, please. Who do I contact? On the screen, you will see the number you can call if you have questions regarding transportation. If you registered your child during the spring registration process and they are eligible for a yellow bus transportation, you will receive your student's bus assignment by email next week. Additionally, bus assignments can already be viewed in the Zoom app. Remember, ZUM app. For any students who registered before August 1st. We offer 2 resources for families to receive support with transportation. 1, the transportation hotline. And I'll repeat the number. The transportation hotline, 617-635-9520. Transportation hotline, 617-635-9520. And the other form of support is through the BPS helpline. The BPS helpline is 617-635-8873. The helpline, 617-635-8873. Please note, the helpline is also available to assist families with any questions. Our team of multilingual specialists at the helpline will be available over the phone, email, or in person at the bowling building located at 2300 Washington Street in Roxbury. If you have any questions specific to your school, please contact your family liaison and ask for support. And now I will turn the meeting over to Chief of Schools, Dr. Tanya Freeman Wisdom. Next slide, please.
This is Tanya speaking. Good evening. Again, I am Dr. Tanya Freeman Wisdom, Chief of Schools, and I am truly honored to join you tonight for our annual Back to School webinar. On behalf of the Academics Department, I extend to you a warm welcome and sincere appreciation for your continued partnership. I am excited to share that our school leaders, teachers, support staff have all been working diligently throughout the summer to ensure a strong and joyful start to this new school year. At the same time, our central office teams have been focused on ensuring that every school has the necessary materials, training, and support so that they can hit the ground running. When your child walks through the school doors on the first day, our goal is simple but powerful. We want every student to feel welcome, seen, valued, and ready to learn. They will walk into classrooms where they are reflected in the curriculum, where their culture, language, and identity are celebrated as strengths. They will be supported by staff who speak multiple languages, who understand diverse learning styles, and staff who are deeply committed to equity and excellence for every student. Over the past few years, we have made significant investments to ensure that every classroom has high-quality, grade-level materials, and that every educator receives the professional development they need to support all learners, including our multilingual learners and students with IEPs. But no matter how well prepared we may think we are, we know one thing for sure, and that is that you, our families, are essential to our students' success. We see you as vital partners in this journey. Your voice, your insight, and your advocacy help us understand what is working and what needs to improve, both in individual schools and across the district. Therefore, we invite you to be actively involved. Please ask your child's school about joining the school site council or the inclusion planning team. These are powerful ways to have a voice in shaping your child's experience, as well as the experiences of many others. Together, we have the power to make this school year one of the very best. Thank you so much for your continued trust and partnership. Now, it is my pleasure to pass the mic to Dr. Lauren Viviani from our Office of Specialized Services.
Thank you so much. Tanya, we made a little switch. It's such a pleasure to be here. I'm Kay Seal. I'm the Chief of Specialized Services, and I'd like to welcome our families, our caretakers, and also our friends. It is true pleasure to be here this evening. My name is Kay Seal, as I said before. I'm the Chief of Specialized Services, and I'm honored to be here with you today. This is always the most exciting time of year, seeing our students full of energy, curiosity, and eagerness as they prepare to embark on a new journey of learning and discovery. Please allow me to share with you how we will accelerate learning in the Office of Specialized Services. Throughout our schools, we are committed to the enhancement of creating cross-functional teams to create a continuum of inclusive opportunities for our learners with disabilities. Ensuring inclusion starts early for our youngest learners, and specially designed instruction expands to support all learners, both academically and through social growth opportunities. Our strong, responsive teams this school year and our leaders within the Office of Specialized Services will be leading this work. Olga Garriga, our Deputy Chief of Services and Accountability, Dr. Frank Vicente, our Deputy Chief of Instruction and Professional Learning. Dr. Vicente will lead through the regional team's professional learning initiative. We're delivering targeted training for IEP teams on looking at what we need to do in terms of responsive teams models as a cross-functional team within all of our schools with our stakeholders across the district. Our commitment to you throughout this year, our families, will be that our teams will work closely with you. We will collaborate effectively across disciplines, and we will continue to work strategically to meet the diverse needs of all of our students throughout the district. This evening,
pardon me, I'm sorry, just a quick moment. This is going a little fast for the interpreters, so if you could possibly speak just a little bit slower so they can catch up on all the information. Pardon the interruption. Thank you.
I apologize. Thank you. As I said, our commitment to you throughout this year is for our teams to work closely with our families, collaborate effectively across our disciplines, and to work strategically to meet the diverse needs of all of our students. Joining me this evening, please allow me to introduce Dr. Lauren Viviani, Deputy Chief of Specialized Services.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. It's my pleasure to talk a little bit about the things that we're doing to leverage specialized programs throughout the district. One of the things we're doing that's very special is we're enhancing our secondary level language-based programs to better support students with language-based learning disabilities and help folks succeed in middle and high schools to prepare them for life after graduation. We're transforming literacy instruction for students with the most significant disabilities through a new course and initiative called Foundations of Communication and Emergent Literacy Initiatives. So every child has the chance to develop language, communication, and emergent literacy skills. Along with this, we're improving the process for identifying MCAS alt and ensuring students that who need alternate assessments are accurately identified and supported while meeting all of the state requirements. Through this, as Kay mentioned, we're going to continue to expand inclusive opportunities and increase access to general education experiences and activities for all students, including those in sub-separate programs and in ESY to promote belonging and participation. Some of the ways we're supporting teachers and families is to provide some targeted support for our K0 and K1 inclusion teachers and work really closely with early childhood classrooms to ensure everyone is ready and equipped to meet diverse needs of the kids in front of them. As we build this comprehensive continuum of services, it allows our students to learn and grow in the LRE, the least restrictive environment, supporting achievement and lifelong independence. Now I would like to pass it to Corey McCarthy.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Corey McCarthy, and I'm the Chief of Student Support of Boston Public Schools. We are excited to welcome everyone back for the new school year. On behalf of our division, we definitely would love to stay connected with our families and our community as much as possible. We're not just opening our doors in our classrooms, we're opening doors of opportunity, stability, and care for every student and every family in the BPS. Now, I want to start with the truth. School is beyond, the waking up and going to school and classrooms and textbooks. It's more about stability, safety, belonging, and it's about making sure every single one of our young people have what they need to succeed, not just in school but in life. We know that the past few years have not been easy. Families have been faced with challenges in housing, mental health, and many daily responsibilities of raising children. We empathize with you, but I want to be very clear. You are not alone. Our division, our superintendent, our staff is that's put student support in place for that very reason, to make sure every student, every family has the support they need to thrive. And that's why the Division of Student Support exists. We're here for you. We're here for our children, and we're here for our family. My 2-year-old has decided to interrupt. First, let me tell you how. Housing stability. Each school has a homeless liaison, will have a homeless liaison. We know a child cannot focus on math homework if they're worried about where they're sleeping at night. That's where we will stand alongside families with our housing stabilization resources. We don't want students worrying about survival. We want them to worry. We want them to dream about success. Secondly, mental health. Our division has committed a holistic approach to serving every BPS student. It's about how our children feel inside. We're expanding and to have telebehavioral health support, crisis response strategies, family support, so that every young person knows that their voice, their feelings, and their mental health is paramount to the success of our district. Third, targeted support. Every child is different. Some need tutoring, some need mentoring, some need the conversation. Some need extra reading or language support. And that's what we do. We meet each student, each family where they are, and we elevate and lift them up. Fourth, tackling chronic absenteeism. We want our students in our buildings every day beyond 180 days. If it were up to us, it would be 365. We know that if a child is not in school, they can't learn. But we also know the reasons why. That's why we're working with families, mentors, the city of Boston, the communities to break down barriers, to help students feel excited, motivated, and proud to walk into school every day. But here's what's new this year. On top of that, we're kicking things off with our back to school event, September 7th at Madison Park, where we will have raffles, prizes, haircuts, hair braiding, mental health resources, all to remind our young people that school is a place of opportunity and joy. And then we will support our colleagues on the 12th with their back to school event as well. We're launching once another year of our student support hotline, which the visual and the phone number is there on the screen. And we have provided a unique opportunity for our young people to connect with us right away to get the support they need. And we will try our best to the best of our ability to make it happen, make the support happen for our young people. We will continue another year of the Opportunity Lab where students can get college and career support and after school support on even on the weekends. We're expanding our Sunday wellness program titled 617 and created a space for families to grow stronger together. I will say this year this is the year for all of us to thrive and get better. In the BPS, we're committed to being better and supporting our students to the best of our abilities. Let's aim to have a culture of thriving students. Let's not just talk about showing up. We're just here to continuously improve and build this culture of belonging. Let's not just open our doors. We're just going to open multiple doors of possibilities and opportunities. When students win, our families win. Next slide, please. I'm going to shift now to athletics. And athletics is super exciting for us because we have done some amazing work. Our athletics department we have changed the lights in many buildings. We have changed the floors. We've changed the seating. We have expanded teams. We have brought new sports and feel free to contact us about the new sports that we have brought to the district. Esports, right now we're still doing esports. We're hoping to do it year round. We have golf, right? We have golf simulators at the Reggie Lewis Center. Please inquire about that. And we're expanding cheer, adding cross country and making that even more stronger. In the middle school levels, we're hoping to expand and support our students there. We want our students to be moving and to be active. Finally, I'm happy to announce that our department is launching elementary sports titled Foundations. And the ideology behind Foundations is really based on developmental athletic support for our youngest students. So that's K through 5. And we will be speaking and communicating with schools, and they will be able to share that with our families. Finally, we are able to support schools with intramural sports. So each elementary school or K through 8 can have the ability to provide unique sports to their schools. Some of the sports that we'll be introducing through Foundations is basketball, baseball, volleyball, track, and soccer. And we hope to expand beyond that. Finally, make sure that our young people have their physicals updated. Make sure all the information is accurate in Aspen, and make sure that our consent forms are signed. Feel free to reach out to us, and we hope to be in partnership and continue an excellent partnership with our community and our families this year. Best of luck. Next, I would like to pass the mic to Dan Rosengard from the Transportation Department. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief McCarthy. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dan Rosengard, Executive Director of Transportation for BPS. I'm also joined here tonight by Deputy Director of Transportation, Jackie Hayes. Every day, our team's goal is to provide safe, reliable, and on-time bus transportation for the students who need it. And I'm excited to be here tonight to talk about our preparations for the start of this year. First, we're thrilled to be headed into the year on track to again be fully staffed with both bus drivers and bus monitors. Our customer service team is also fully staffed and ready to provide families with multilingual support in 9 different languages. Families can reach out to our team through a number of different channels. Starting with our transportation hotline at 617-635-9520, or by submitting a ticket on our support portal with the link included on the slide. Bus assignments will be emailed to families in their home language early next week. And families can also log into the Zoom mobile app to see their student's bus assignment already. We encourage all families to download the Zoom app, which is available in for both iOS and Android in all of the BPS languages. You can log into the app using your email address or phone number on file with BPS. And the first time you log in, you will be asked to answer a few questions about your child to verify your identity. If you need to update your email address or phone number, you can do it through a BPS Welcome Center. With the Zoom app, families can see their student's bus assignment, track the bus, receive real-time ETAs, and notifications if the bus is running late. You can also cancel rides in advance if you know your child won't need the bus on any given day. And finally, you can upload a photo of your child to the app, which we encourage all parents and guardians to consider. This will help the bus driver and bus monitor to get to know students and to make sure that students are getting on and off the bus at the right stop. On the slide, there are links to a frequently asked questions page with more information about the Zoom app, as well as the BPS Transportation website. And if parents have any questions, they can always reach out through our transportation hotline at 617-635-9520, and our team will be happy to support. And with that, I'd like to pass it to Kayla Jackson from Facilities Management.
Thank you, Dan. Good evening. This is Kayla speaking. This past summer, facilities have worked to address interior and exterior painting at our schools, included but not limited to our classrooms, offices, and parking lots. We recently completed renovation of the Hale and Trotter playgrounds and are currently in the process of finishing up the Curly and the Hurley playgrounds. Additionally, we're continuing our bathroom renovations at the Trotter, the Guile, and Kilmer. With the rise in temperatures, we continue to add ACs and complete HVAC where applicable, along with improvements to our air quality and thermal comfort. Facilities have been working on upgrades to many of our schools, including our gyms, auditoriums, pools, flooring, building modifications, reconfigurations. We're also completing moves. We are extremely grateful to our BPS custodial crew who are continually preparing our buildings for our students. Now I would like to pass the mic to Susanna Hernandez-Morgan, Executive Director of Operations for Capital Planning. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Kayla. Good evening, everyone. Buenas noches. This is Susanna speaking. We are so excited to welcome students to their new and renovated buildings this fall. This fall, we will be opening the renovated and expanded P.J. Kennedy School in East Boston. The P.J. Kennedy School project includes a brand new addition and entryway to the building, including a school garden, repaved play and parking areas, and a new playground. The building is also now fully accessible with an elevator. The project also includes more bathrooms for students and staff and better access to daylight throughout the building. The new Sarah Roberts Elementary School in Roslindale. The Sarah Roberts Elementary School will open the doors of the renovated Irving building to the former Philbrick and Sumner school communities. We are deeply proud of the community who came together to honor the life and legacy of Sarah Roberts, a young BPS student whose family fought for her to have equal access to education. The new building for the Carter School in Roxbury. The Carter School's incredibly dedicated staff delivers intensive instruction and ensures each student receives the support they need to learn and grow. This wonderful new facility they are moving into this fall includes a therapeutic pool, sensory garden, rooftop classroom, and spaces designed specifically for students with disabilities and complex learning and medical needs. We look forward to students, staff, and families being able to kick off the 2025-26 school year in these beautiful new buildings and are so excited to welcome you all for the start of the school year. If you would like to learn more, please visit our BPS website page as seen on the screen and our City of Boston website page also on the screen. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, we encourage you to email us at capitalplanning@bostonpublicschools.org. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to pass the mic to Eric Stevens, Interim Executive Director for Food and Nutrition Services. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Susanna. This is Eric speaking. At Boston Public Schools, we are committed to creating delicious meals that our diverse students enjoy. As a slight update to the numbers on the slide, we expect to start this year cooking on-site at 107 schools. We are also excited to be launching our central kitchen in October, where we will create meals with a very similar menu for our 15 buildings without kitchens. In the meantime, those schools will continue to be served by City Fresh Foods, a Roxbury-based Black-owned business. All students in BPS have access to free breakfast, lunch, and after-school meals with no applications or paperwork required. Our menus include whole grains, lean proteins, and lots of local produce. At breakfast, we offer smoothies, a daily entree, and a pick two option where students can choose from whole grains and vegetarian proteins to create their breakfast, with fruit always included. At lunch, we offer 2 daily entrees, one of which is always vegetarian and often vegan, as well as a sun butter and jelly sandwich option to provide our students with plenty of choices. Salad bars are available at all cooking sites. Students may create an entree salad or select items from the salad bar to add to their meal. We encourage students to add as many fruit and veggie sides to their trays as they care to eat. We work to accommodate our students' dietary preferences and requirements as much as possible. Halal and kosher meals are available upon request. On the screen, you can see the web address to visit to view menus and make requests for special diets. So on behalf of our 543 food service employees who work in our cafeterias, I want to say that we are very excited to be welcoming students back to our schools and preparing a variety of delicious, healthy, and locally sourced dining options. And now I'll pass it to Atosa Ahmadi, the head of the Office of Health Services. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Eric. This is Atusa speaking. I'm the Interim Senior Director of Health Services. I would like to take a few minutes to share important updates from the Office of Health Services. Our goal is to keep all students healthy, safe, and ready to learn. This year, we're placing special emphasis on preventing respiratory illness and ensuring that students are up to date on their childhood immunizations. At the start of the school year, families will receive 2 important items: a personalized immunization compliance letter and a consent form for in-school vaccine clinics. If your student is not up to date on their required vaccinations, we strongly encourage you to complete and return the consent form. If your student has already received the vaccine, please send the proof of immunity to the school nurse. BPS will be offering free in-school vaccination clinics that will include childhood vaccines, flu shots, and COVID vaccines. This is a convenient way to make sure your child stays protected without having to miss school or schedule a doctor's appointment. We are also continuing to follow public health guidance around respiratory illness. Any student who has symptoms such as fever, chills, fatigue, cough, or runny nose must report to the school nurse. If a student is sick, they will need to be picked up by a parent or guardian. Students can return to school once their symptoms have improved and they have been fever-free for at least 24 hours without the use of fever-reducing medication. Once they return, We strongly recommend that they wear a mask for the next 5 days to help protect others. We also encourage all families to keep up with vaccinations for flu, COVID, and RSV, and to practice healthy habits like hand washing and covering coughs and sneezes. Our school nurses are here to support you throughout the year. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your school's health office. We look forward to a safe and healthy school year together. I will pass it on to Dr. Tavares.
Thank you so much, Atosa. This is Anna speaking. We've had almost 700 families join us and have responded to a little over 100 questions. I welcome my BPS colleagues to continue responding as quickly as possible, and thank you. You just heard a lot of information. We all need to take a deep breath. I want to share one more important resource with you. The Office of Family and Community Advancement offers Parent University courses every year. The goal of Parent
خدمات
University is
الصحة.
to
الطالب
educate and
لديه أعراض
empower
يجب أن
parents
يذهب
as our
للعيادة
partners,
ويعود للمنزل. العودة بعد
advocates,
24
leaders,
ساعة بدون
and
حمى
lifelong
ومعرفة
learners.
الأعراض.
You are your
وابتداء
children's
مضى 5
first
أيام
teacher.
إضافية.
Please
التزام
take advantage
التطعيمات
of the
الحصبة
variety
والإنفلونزا
of education
والكوفيد
This is the
19.
ASL interpreter. There's overlapping. An interpreter is in the main room.
Thank you so much,
They're
Mary.
simultaneously speaking. Sorry.
We'll take care of it right now.
Hi, this is Jelani speaking. I believe it's our Arabic interpreter that's in the English channel. So if we could have our Arabic interpreter return back to the Arabic channel. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jelani. Back to Parent University. As your child's first teacher, we invite you to take advantage of the training opportunities that we will offer throughout the school year. Please contact Parent University for more information. Next slide, please. On this slide, you will find important key dates for your calendars. Please join us for any and all of these events. More information can be found on our BPS website. Next slide, please. One special event we want to highlight for you and your families is our Back to School Blast. Join us for games, resources, and a good time on Friday, September 12th from 3 to 7 p.m. at Harambee Park. Next slide, please. So who do I call? Once again, here are some helpful phone numbers for the BPS transportation line and for the BPS helpline. Our operators are multilingual and available to support you with any questions you may have. Please call or email us. Next slide, please. This concludes the presentation portion of our meeting. Before I ask Stephen to facilitate our Q&A, I want to thank you and thank our colleagues across every division and department for supporting our community engagement team, and thank you, Chief Ortiz, for leading the work this evening. Before we transition to the Q&A portion of the evening, we want to give our interpreters a 1-minute speaking break. I will start the minute now. Thank you to all of our interpreters. And now, Stephen, I hand it over back to you.
This is Stephen speaking. Thank you, Deputy Tavares. We certainly have a lot of questions that have come in via the Q&A feature. And I also see some raised hands already. We will now begin the Q&A portion of the webinar. We will take as many questions as time allows, prioritizing families' questions first. We ask that participants follow these norms for engagement. So there are the 3 points. Please be 1, open to new and differing ideas or opinions. 2, respectful of each other's voices. And 3, focused, with comments specific to the BPS reopening. If you have individual questions specific to your student, we encourage you to reach out to the BPS helpline or the transportation hotline for direct support. We'll place those resources again in the chat now. To participate, please add your question to the Q&A feature for a direct response, or use the raised hand feature, which is also found at the bottom of your screen. At the bottom of your screen, you will click the reaction icon, then you will hit the raise hand option. Please be sure your name is correctly displayed. In order to hear from as many voices as possible, questions are limited to 1 minute. When you speak, please state your name and your affiliation. We would also ask that participants only speak once until all who wish to speak have had the opportunity to do so. We will take as many speakers as time allows. A special reminder to our interpreters, please make sure that you translate the questions and remarks from our speakers as we call on their raised hands. Anyone speaking, please be sure to speak slowly for interpreters. The Q&A portion for tonight will end at 6:55 p.m. So here we go. As a reminder, please speak slowly for our interpreters. I will call out the first 3 speakers in order that I see them, and please be ready to accept the prompt on your screen when you're asked to unmute. So the first 3 speakers that I see Dennis Whitaker Slovena, and I see Barlene's iPhone for our first 3. So we can begin with Dennis, a question. All right, well, if we could circle back to Dennis in a second. So I see Slovena. I apologize if I mispronounce your name. You can ask your question.
This is Jelani. I'm sorry, this is Jelani speaking. If you are trying to figure out how to unmute, just be sure to look for the mic icon, the microphone icon located at the bottom or lower left of your screen, and just click it. And then once you see it's green, that means you are live.
Thank you, Jelani. So the third person, since we can't hear Slovena or Dennis, we have Berlene's iPhone. So Berlene, if you are there, you can ask your question. All right. Well, just to be mindful of time, we're going to move to another group of 3, just so we can try to get through some more questions. So the next 3 I see are Ben, I see Rosita Dubrius, and then I see a 617 number. No name. So we could start off with Ben. If you have your question, you could just ask that right now. And we'll go to Rosita. And please remember, you may be seeing some prompts to speak. So if you see that prompt, please accept that so we can have an opportunity to answer your questions.
This is Anna speaking. Stephen, I wonder if there's a technical issue happening here for us. And I'm going to make sure that I review the names that you're calling out to ensure that they have talking permission. And I see they do. And I will make that request you mentioned to ask them to unmute. What was the last name you called?
The last name was Rosita Dubrius.
Stephen, I noticed that in the chat, this is Mary Skipper. I noticed that in the chat, somebody indicated that they do not have a microphone option at the bottom. And that may be why people are not able to speak. So I think if somebody could look at that.
Oh.
Hello.
Okay. Oh, hello. Yes, who's speaking?
Rosita.
Oh, hello, Rosita. Okay. Thank you. You can ask your question so we can answer that for you.
Asian girl, please. Let's speak and take this. Asian girl.
You can ask your question in Haitian Creole.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Rosita, ou met parler, nap traduit pour.
Ah, bien, ok, pas de problème. Oui, c'est d'abord, je voulais pour l'entrée d'école dans ma septembre là. Côté na deke a yo vle faut que moi j'ai l'école là et puis pour qu'à transférer toutes données liées dans l'autre l'école là parce que il faut que l'état aller mois de septembre là.
Rosita, na ki l'école d'Abensier et puis qui grade?
Sevenise na
So Rosita's question is very personal. She's trying to transfer a kid from a school to another school.
Da li na demi-care.
Ki bo di liye?
Baby care.
Baby care, fol gon non, ça pas bon. Comment non? Est-ce que son l'école BPS?
On deke liye.
On deke liye? Eh bien, c'est dans Boston puis liye?
Li c'est dans Brighton.
Oh, okay, Brighton.
Oui.
Excuse me, this is Anna speaking for the interpreter. Can you please ask the parent to please call the helpline? We'll be more than happy to help her and give her the attention she deserves one-on-one. Can you please encourage her to do so? And I can say the number for you to repeat, if that's helpful.
Sure, I can do that. This is not the interpreter. I'm a staff, but I can do it.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Even better. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yes. You can tell me the number, I will tell her.
Sure, it's 617
617
635 8873.
8873. Rosita?
That's it.
Prends numéro ça, ou après Leli, et puis y a peu d'autres, t'as-tu?
Eh bien, ok, d'accord.
Prends plume, 617.
Oui.
635.
Ok.
88 73.
D'accord.
Okay?
Merci.
Thank you, Joelle.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you, Rosita.
All right, thank you so much. I'm going to try
Avec
to.
Pelpo, 617 635 88 73. 617 635 8873. Merci, Rosita, for nous aller gen l'autre monde.
Thank you so
All
much,
right,
Joel.
thank you.
Thank you, Joel.
You're welcome.
So the next three that I see on my list, I see support humans, then I see Anamika's phone, and I see Emanuela. If any of you are here, please accept the request to unmute. All right, we'll continue on. Maybe people stepped away from their screen. The next three that I see Tachana Sanchez, Madeline John Charles.
Hello.
Oh, yes, Anamika.
Oh,
Yes.
hi. I didn't have that unmute option all this time. I just got it.
All right, I'm glad that you got it. You could ask your question first.
Thank you for the opportunity to talk to you guys, and I want to thank you, our mayor, Michalou. Because of her, our kids can go to those, those museums. So that's a huge help. Thank you. And I came here like in this country new, so I didn't go to school here. My daughter is the first one who is going to BPS. So she went to Orchard Garden last year. And this year also she's going to Orchard Garden. It's next to my house. It's in Roxbury. My question, they don't have after school program. They had like last year, like finally they, teacher arranged it, but they don't have any, I think like no government help, like no city's help. Only the teacher, I think they are doing it privately. This year I called her teacher and she said like she doesn't know yet, like she's gonna do the after school or not. So like that's giving me anxiety because I am a working mom and having and I really need the after school. That's like very essential for me. Second, I have another question is like I heard some charter school they said they use BPS system, or like my question is like do they get all the benefit that public school kids get? I can give you like one specific name, like I heard Brookie School. I think that's a charter school. They said they get all the BPS. Like they're included. I think they're under BPS. That's like so. I just want to make sure. If my daughter goes there next year, is she gonna get all the BPS help or facility?
Thank you, Ms. Anamika. I appreciate your question very much. There are many of us that are working parents on this call, so we absolutely can empathize and sympathize, all the empathizes. I want to make sure that you have a response that's specific to your unique need and also to where you are located and where you live. So I want to connect you with a specialist from the helpline who can be very specific and support you with your particular needs that you have with Orchard Gardens and with your student. I'm hoping that you're able to give us a call at 617-635-8873. And it's also in the chat for you. Please give us a call and we will give you one-on-one support with the next steps. Stephen, you want to call the next names?
Yep. Thank you, Deputy Tavares. Okay, for the next three names that I see Nadine Saint Julier. I see Kichia's iPhone and Madeline Suprilis as the next three people. So Nadine, if you are available to ask your question, you can do that now.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
Doing well. You can ask your question to the panelists.
Yes, I text. When open school, please?
So what is the first day of school?
Yeah. You and me? When open school?
Bonsoir.
Please.
Bonsoir.
It's
I can
September
answer.
4th is the opening of school, unless you have a kindergartner.
L'école a pour ouvrir 4 septembre.
If you have a kindergartner, it's September 12th.
Souvent, si mon na jardin d'enfants, c'est 12
Actually, September 8th, Anna,
Oh,
not
thank
the
you.
12th.
September 8th.
8.
I have way too many events.
8
I
septembre.
apologize. 4th is the first day for first grade and up. And then September 8th, thank you, Superintendent, is the first day for our kindergartners. Good save, Soup. Good save. Thank you so much.
It appears that we only have time for about one more question. Okay. So I see Tachana Sanchez. If you're there, you can ask your question.
Sí, buenas noches.
Hola.
Buenas noches.
Mi pregunta es, he escuchado todo, pero no he escuchado sobre la seguridad de las escuelas, sobre todo para los niños de educación especial que van para la secundaria.
Voy a traducirle esa parte.
¿Y qué puedo hacer o a
Señora,
dónde
un
me debo
momentito.
dirigir
Tachana, un
para
momentito.
una transferencia de escuela,
Tachana, un momentito
ya
que
que
le voy
mi
a
hijo
traducir.
todavía no tiene una asignada,
Tachana, le
siendo de
puedo
educación?
I'm going to translate for Tachana right now. She is asking a question around safety, and her student who has an individual education plan transitioning into high school, and she's concerned about safety. I'm going to unmute her now again.
¿Sí me escuchan?
Sí, ahora le escucho, pero me tiene que dar oportunidad para traducirle.
Sí,
Yo le
¿dónde debo dirigirme
Ahora puedes
para
seguir.
transferir a mi hijo de educación especial porque todavía no está asignado a una escuela?
Muy bien, gracias, Tachana.
Gracias y buenas noches.
Oh, y buenas noches, pero no me enganche porque quiero asegurar que usted tenga la conexión con la persona adecuada. Entonces le vamos a poner en el chat el número de teléfono para que usted pueda llamar. ¿Me escucha? So I'm trying to connect Ms. Tachana with one of our specialists so that they can support her around her requests to better understand the transition and how the transition for her student. What does it look like? What are the safety parameters that are in place and how to better support? So we will make sure, that was the question that the parent asked, and I responded that we will make sure to connect her with one of our specialists to support.
Thank you, Deputy Tavares. Just in the interest of time, I do have to begin just saying some closing remarks. So this is Stephen speaking. Those are all of our speakers for today, and thank everybody for the dialogue. Whether your child's first day of school is on Thursday, September 4th, or on Monday, September 9th, I cannot stress enough the importance of attending from day one. We also hope you'll be able to actively participate in your child's school decision-making by joining their parent council and/or school site councils. It is only in partnership with you that we continue to improve in service of all of our students' success. Many thanks again for today. We look forward to seeing you all again soon.
Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful night. Muchísimas gracias por participar y que tengan muy bella noche.